Good evening, folks, and a very, very warm welcome to you to yet another episode of the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. My name is Tonchi Prusak. I'm the host and producer of this program, and tonight we have got our 199th episode. Next week will be a massive, massive 200th episode. It's been 8 years in the making, and we certainly would not have been able to come out without you, the viewers, with the support of let's say a great deal of clubs in the Geelong area, and certainly our many, many sponsors over the years. Tonight, particularly, we thank our major business advertising sponsor, Curva Coaching. We've also got business sponsors, United League Security, Private Nursing Care, and our episode sponsor for tonight, which is the Masters Summer League. A big thank you to the Masters Summer League. They have been huge supporters of this show. And as a result of that, tonight we've got two special guests from the Masters Summer League coming on the show. One of the organising committee members, Simon Blanche, he'll be talking to us about just the development of the Masters Summer League. It's now 8 years and going strong, and they're expanding in a big way. They're also on the lookout for lots of recruits. You can get paid to just basically run around and keep a whole lot of older blokes in check. And we'll find out a little bit more later in the show about all of that. We're also going to be speaking to Robin Law, who is the coordinator of a newly proposed, or the proposed new over 45s division of the Masters Summer League. Modified rules, different aims, I guess, than what the similar aims, but aimed at a different market than what the conventional Masters Summer League is. We're going to hear from Robin a bit later on in the program. Now, we've got massive news breaking this afternoon, and the news is that Western United have been cut from the A-League men and the A-League women's. And various news sources have reported, football360.com.au, it's official, Western United will not return to the A-League, licence terminated by the Australian professional leagues. Then Western United, late this afternoon, came out with a statement, and we're going to read that statement in its entirety. For the past 7 years, Western United has been an important part of football in Melbourne's West. Today marks a significant moment in our history and the beginning of a new chapter. On Monday, 10th of August, obviously today, the Australian Professional Leagues terminated Western United's club participation agreement. Over recent months, we have worked closely with the APL on a pathway that gives the club the best opportunity to survive, rebuild, and return to the A League under new ownership. That's the key. That's the key. This creates an opportunity for new custodians, new investment, and a fresh start. The objective must now be to preserve Western United's identity, Melbourne's West, and work towards a return to the A League for the 27-28 season. In a short period, Western United has achieved much, and goes on to talk about that. The priority now, according to the club statement by Western United, is for the APL, Wyndham City Council, governments, prospective owners, and the football community to work together to find a sustainable pathway forward. Hundreds of our young players in our academy and thousands more across schools and community clubs in the West deserve a professional pathway and the opportunity to dream of one day representing Western United and Australia. To our staff, players, coaches, members, academy family, sponsors and supporters, thank you. This should not be the end of Western United. It should be the reset that allows the club to rebuild and return stronger. Okay, make of it what you would like, but it's reading through the lines, it sort of seems to me to say that it's probably a transfer of license ownership. The current group, which owns Western United, WMG Melbourne or whatever it's called, they will probably cease to exist or their license has been terminated. Any new prospective owners will then take over a new license. So it's basically, this is what I'm reading. What do you make of it? I'd love to hear in the comments section what you think. And we may even read some of the comments out in the comments section. But breaking news, it happened all very, very quickly late this afternoon. There's more news, no doubt, going to be coming out of the Western United camp over the coming days, particularly with regards to the academy. And there are quite a few Geelong families that are affected by that. And obviously the senior NPL team as well, which is in North Geelong's division. And we'll be playing North Geelong, I think, in 2 weeks' time down here in Geelong. So obviously it does affect our region in quite a direct way, but it will be interesting to see what actually eventuates. So, yeah, if you have your own opinion, what will happen or what should happen, pop it in the comments section, and we will endeavour to read it out during the course of the evening show. As I said, massive show lined up tonight. We've got two special guests a little bit later on, but before that, we've got a packed news desk coming up straight after this short break. Short message from one of our main business advertising sponsors, Curva Coaching Geelong.
The world is yours. So work hard, and you can have whatever it is you want.
Welcome back to the Geelong Region Soccer Show, and we've got some video now, I think, coverage coming up of the Geelong Galaxy game against Manningham United, courtesy of Branko Kostevski. Branko, thank you so much. He sends every week a little bit of a highlights package from the Geelong Galaxy game. Well, on the weekend, Geelong Galaxy travelled to Petty's Reserve in Doncaster to take on Manningham United, and came away with a thrilling 4-3 win. 2 goals by Leah Butler in the 14th minute and the 77th minute, and 2 goals by Emily Sutcliffe in the 15th minute and the 28th minute was enough for Geelong Galaxy United to take all 3 points against Manningham United. They remain in 5th position on the competition standings, and look at that goal, amazing. On the 5th place on the competition standings, And in round 20 action this weekend, this Sunday, in fact, Galaxy are at home to 8th place Bayside Argonauts. That game being played at Bannockburn Reserve. Bayside Argonauts are in 8th position. And we'll stay with the highlights package just that little bit more. Galaxy in 5th position, 36 points. Bayside Argonauts in 8th position with 19 points. So on paper, you would expect a pretty simple win, but you never know. You don't know what it's going to be like when the actual game pans out. Definitely Jake Butler, the Geelong Galaxy coach, will be sure that his charges don't remain complacent. That's for sure. On to the VPL men's division 1 VPL competition. It was a catch-up round played on the weekend. Melbourne Serbia defeated North Geelong Warriors 1-0 at Kevin Bartlett Reserve. Something's not right at the Warriors. 5 losses in a row. It's not looking good at the moment. And although they're in 10th position at the moment, just shy of the relegation zone, if they continue this kind of form, things could be quite bleak. But it is very, very close. This weekend, the Warriors travel to Dunstan Reserve to take on 8th place Brunswick City. Now, a win here will allow the Warriors to leapfrog Brunswick City potentially as high as 8th or 7th on the competition standings. With only 3 rounds remaining, it's going to be very, very interesting, that's for sure. Onto the men's state league competitions. Same thing here. It was a catch-up round, and in State League 1, Geelong defeated Layla United 3-0 in the Macedonian derby. Olavo de Andrade Santos scoring a double. Ayrton Redmore scoring 1 goal. So Geelong now are 4 points ahead at the top of the State League 1 competition standings. So they are looking good indeed, with I think 4 rounds remaining of the State League competition. In State League 4, Keon Park drew with Bell Park 1-1. Gianmarco Algerino scoring for Bell Park. So Park remains, I think, in 2nd position on the competition standings, if I'm not mistaken. In State League 6, there were 2 games involving the Geelong sides. Barwon defeated Spring Hills 2-1. That man, Finn Murphy, scoring yet again, and Preston Capadonna, a famous surname in Geelong football circles. He scored the other goal, 2-1 to Barwon over Spring Hills. Ocean Grove defeated Moreland Eagles. Great result there for Ocean Grove. Patrick Scusa and David Favetta scoring for Ocean Grove. I still keep calling them Surfside Waves from time to time. Okay, let's look at the week ahead, round 19. So 4 rounds remaining in the men's State League competitions. Geelong taking on Westgate at Stead Park this Saturday night. Hopefully, with all the rain we're expected to have this week, the ground at Stead Park won't be too waterlogged, and this game will be able to continue. So it's 1st versus 10th, a big game for Geelong. They can't afford to drop any points if they want to entertain the thought of winning the State League 1 Champions title. In State League 2, all 3 Geelong clubs will be at home. Corio taking on 9th place Brimbank Stallions at Hume Reserve. Rangers taking on 8th placed Albion Rovers at Myers Reserve. And Surf Coast up against 5th placed Altona North at Banyulwarri Reserve. That game at 5 p.m, the rest of the games at 3 p.m. Key game for Bell Park as they travel to 6th place Barnstoneworth United at JT Gray Reserve in Williamstown. 2nd versus 6th there. Important game for the All Whites. They can't afford to drop any points at this stage of the season. Lara United, who are already assured of relegation in State League 5, they host 9th place Melbourne City at Lara Recreation Reserve. And a big game for Deakin Ducks, who take on the ladder leaders Moonee Valley Knights at Deakin Uni. That game kicking off at 3 p.m. Last but not least, in State League 6 action, top team Hume Bulls hosts our Ocean Grove, who are currently in 4th position. That game at Seth Racestrick Reserve kicking off at 3 p.m. And the battle of the 5th and 6th place teams, Docklands Athletic and Barwon at Ron Barassi Reserve at 6 p.m. Now we've got the Victorian Women's State League competition. So on the weekend, we haven't got a slide for that, unfortunately, but North Geelong Warriors lost to Altona City 2-3. Zoe Stosic and Louisa Kump scoring for the Warriors. And round 15 action this Sunday, Collingwood City hosting the Warriors at Kevin Bartlett Reserve, kicking off at 3 p.m. this Sunday. Collingwood City are in 7th position. They've got 11 points at the moment. And there we go. We've got the slide after all. Collingwood City are in 7th position with 11 points. North Geelong 1 point behind them in 8th position with 10 points. So a crucial game for the Warriors. They certainly will want to win this game, an important game with 4 rounds remaining in the women's competition as well. Turning our attention to the local competition, it was round 10 in the Geelong Region Men's Division 1 competition. Some big wins there by some of the teams and a couple of close ones as well. Golden Plains defeated FC Leopold 1-0. Deakin Ducks emphatic winners over Armstrong United 5-1. Barwon on the road defeating Geelong Rangers 3-0 up at Myers Reserve. And very entertaining and close fought game between the top 2 teams, Surf Coast in second and Bell Park on top. They drew 1-1. Round 11 this week sees Barwon at home to Armstrong United on Friday night. Rangers at home to Golden Plains at Myers Reserve on Friday night. And concluding the Friday night trifecta, Bell Park at home to Deakin Ducks also on Friday night. On Saturday, Surf Coast are at home to FC Leopold. And last but not least, let's turn our attention to the local Geelong Region Women's Division 1 competition. Some big wins, and it looks like all the away teams won. Surf Coast defeated Lara United 9-0 in Lara. Barwon defeated Ocean Grove 3-1 at Shell Road Reserve. It was a 2-0 win for Bell Park, who travelled to Armstrong United. And Deakin Ducks came away from Geelong Rangers 9-0 winners. In round 11 action, all the games are this Saturday. Deakin Ducks at home to Ocean Grove, Lara United hosting Armstrong United, Bell Park and Geelong Rangers, and Surf Coast taking on Barwon in a mouth-watering top-of-the-table clash. The GoFundMe page is still active. We're still seeking some support to get us to kickstart our footing, or if we get enough support, we might even extend the season. At the moment, we've got 26 episodes, so we were going to have 25. We've got an extra episode, thanks largely to the GoFundMe campaign. If we were to get a few more dollars, a few more donations, it could extend into 27 or 28 episodes, which would be absolutely fantastic. A big thank you to absolutely everyone who has supported us. About $860 has been raised. Geelong, the ball is in your court. Support the podcast that supports your sport. Thank you so much to everyone that has donated in some way, shape, or form. Now, last Saturday afternoon, Altona East, Phoenix and Williamstown put on a show in the Cecil Early Plate Final at Lakeside Stadium. The Phoenix ended up winning the match 2-0 to take out the coveted award, which is fought out between the 2 highest-placed State League teams in the Doherty Cup knockout competition. Geelong boy Benjamin Gielich was a star in Altona East Cecil Early Plate Final victory. He scored a brace to help the Phoenix lift the plate against crosstown rivals Williamstown. So well done to Benji Gielich. And as we know, that is the competition for the 2 highest-placed State League teams in the Doherty Cup, and it is named after a Geelong legend, Cess Early. So well done to Ben Gielich and his Altona East Phoenix for doing very, very well there in that game. That's it for the news desk. We're going to take a very, very short break, and when we return, it is going to be time for our first guest for tonight's episode. I caught up with Simon Blanche from the the organising committee of the Masters Summer League. And this is what he had to say. But before that, here's some words from one of our advertising sponsors. United League Security is your sports security specialists, keeping your employees, guests and assets safe at all times. At United League Security, we can assist with all security needs, but we specialise in event and sports security. We provide licensed security services throughout Victoria with an established presence in Melbourne, Ballarat, Bendigo and of course Geelong. We support a wide range of clients including logistics providers, event organisers, hospitality venues and commercial property managers who require consistent site-aware protection. Our team of experienced security professionals is dedicated to ensuring the safety and security of your event so you can focus on providing a great experience for your attendees. For more information about any of our services, contact us on 8624 0599 or visit our website at www.unitedleaguesecurity.com.au. Welcome to the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. We're coming to you from a secret location somewhere in Newtown, Geelong West, maybe right on the border. What a beautiful place this is. And we're going to talk Masters Soccer Summer League today. And with me is someone who was on the show not that long ago, Simon Blanche. Blanchy, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Thanks very much, Tony. I'm very well, thank you.
We had such a good time last time that we thought, yeah, mate, we're going to have to bring you back on the show again and talk about it. But before we go on any further, to you and to everyone with the Masters Summer League, thank you so much for sponsoring this week's episode. The support has been incredible over the last few years and this year in particular. So thank you to all the MSL folk there.
The support goes both ways, so we're appreciative of what you do for us, and it's going to sort of come round. So happy to.
Absolutely. Now, Master Summer League. The last time we spoke to you, we talked about the concept of an over 45s, and that's really kicking off. So we'll talk about that with Robin a little bit later on in the show. But first of all, mate, how are things preparing for, well, what's this, season 8? Unbelievable. Just like the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast.
Yeah,
tell us more.
To give you a bit of background, like I said, last year was the first year we'd used our own app, which was a bit of a game changer for us. Massive thank you to Darren. I think Darren's getting thank yous from all over. He's such a great volunteer for his club Leopold and for us as the Masters. The hard work behind the scenes that a lot of people don't necessarily see, we're trying to make it better for every person that takes part, but every person that comes to watch at the same time. So we're really trying hard to make it a good quality competition, a friendly, inclusive competition. We've had our issues with players, we've had our issues with everything. When you've got that many people, you're bound to get one bad egg.
What are some of the issues? What are some of the ones that over the last few years, as it's expanded dramatically, what are some of the issues that you find the organisers are faced with?
You can't please everyone, and you never will. We've had to incorporate certain rules to make sure a team with 30 on the bench can't just sort of overrun. So we've got to literally cap how many players can swap between teams. But at the same time, we want to get a game up. So we're allowed, as long as the captain agrees, they're allowed so many additional players. So everyone starts off with a healthy squad at the start of the year, but as we're getting older, injuries get picked up, commitments, birthday parties, kids, all that sort of stuff. So actually having a fair and level playing field is a good start for us. We don't want it to be sheep stations, but we want a level of competition at the same time. But at the same time, we're trying to get away from that white line fever and the shouting at each other. Now, over the years, we've had many conversations about the blue card. And we call it a mental health card, because if you scream at the referee, you'll get a blue card and you'll go and have 10 minutes sin bin. If you slide into someone as a sliding tackle and it's potentially going to get someone hurt, blue card and you're going to have a sin bin. But at the same time, I've given it to players as a referee for unsportsmanlike conduct, because we're trying to foster and promote the actual sort of Masters ethos of a no dickhead policy. I mean, it's one of those funny things where I've had people say to me, because they've either called me a name during a game, or they've got a bit carried away and they come to me the season later and said, I get it now. I get it why you've put it on.
Yeah.
It's to get people out of the house. It's to have that opportunity to still kick a football, but you're not chasing a 21-year-old. You're amongst like-minded people. The good thing, the great thing about the Masters is that you can start talking to someone about how their week's been, and they could have been going through a messy, horrible divorce. But having that opportunity to talk to someone in not an environment where you've got to go and pay to sit down and actually sort of get it off you, just a quick conversation can help that individual massively. To the same token, you can have partners come up to me and say, my husband's such a nice guy after he's played because he hasn't done anything for 10 years and he gets all his aggression out on the pitch. Not that he's aggressive on the pitch, but he gets all, and he's a better husband and dad at home, more peaceful, better, calmer with the kids, all that sort of stuff. So
So it all goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
yeah,
Absolutely.
we put a lot of effort in to get the over 35s an opportunity out because I'm not having to go at the FFE, but it's not their focus. Kids coming through that could potentially play for the Matildas or for the Socceroos, it's got to be their focus. Then obviously up to State League and NPL and so on. But we just want to get local people out. So we've got a mixture. And one of the teams that we had last year went from being a super competitive mindset to involving dads and players that have never played before. So they've got to sort of then try and encourage those players that aren't as, because we've got guys that have played to a really good level.
Yeah.
We've had guys that have played to a national standard. And it's funny that we've interviewed those guys and then someone else on the opposition has taken it so serious because they don't necessarily recognise that person, but they're still wanting to take it to their own level, not realising that you've got someone that has been paid to play football professionally. But we've got people from all over the world. We've got people from all over Australia having a kick with us. Each year, we've got people saying, I'm moving to Geelong or I'm coming to Geelong. Can I have a kick? Can I get involved? And the more the merrier. So you've got a little tick box as a captain of your team to say, I'm not opening registrations up to anyone else because I've got a full squad. Or anyone new that wants to join, we'll accept them in our team. So it's a really good, inclusive atmosphere that we've got a couple of teams that aren't associated with any local club. And they're literally just a group of guys that have got together to form a team for Masters.
How good is that?
So it's something that I put a bit of a challenge out to you about forming an over 45s. So
we'll talk about that a little bit later on, by the way.
But I think in that challenge, you know so many people that have played the game and probably still could play the game, but there's no opportunity for them to actually have a kick.
No, that's right.
Unless it's a really sort of social thing where there's no goals or there's no ref or anything like that. It's just literally a bit of a kick about.
And February, March, that's kind of the period sort of pre-season to the winter competition. And I guess it's that little sort of a gap where nothing's really going on in that sense, but it is summer. Is that lots obviously happening social-wise? So is that where having a bigger squad sort of it comes in handy? And what about the time slots? Like, I mean, a lot of games have now been started to be played on a Friday night, probably nicer conditions. It's cooler than playing it, Saturday during the day, for example. How by and large, and as you say, not everyone's going to be happy. You're not going to please absolutely everyone. But how is that February, March time slot starting to work for you guys?
We had 16 teams last year competing in the Masters, and it was a record for us getting 16 teams. So trying to make sure that everyone gets enough games and plays different people is one of the things that we find very hard in fixturing. We actually started in December last year. So we had a couple of rounds in December, then we broke up for Christmas, then got started back in mid-January. So we want people to have the time to recover. We want people to have the time with their family. So long weekends, we don't want to necessarily force people away from a camping trip or a holiday away.
Yeah, good point.
So we're trying to sort of make it a bit longer, but at the same time, the committee do a great job in making sure that everyone's catered for, but at the same time, there's opportunity to have enough games. So we split into sort of two leagues last year. Then once the top of those two leagues then sort of molded into one. But at the same time, if this year we have an over 45s, We're trying to still nut out if it's going to be at the same location, if it's going to be the same day, or if it's going to be a standalone comp. There's all these different sort of questions that us as a committee have got to work out. And we don't want to put more work on our committee members. And I welcome anyone that wants to be on the committee to get in touch.
How many people at the moment behind the scenes, like involved in the committee
we've got
operation?
9. I think we lost one key guy last year. We haven't replaced him as yet, but sort of Robin, who you're going to speak to later, has stepped up to be a sort of champion for the over 45s. Yep. At the same time, I'm trying to get a bit more into the sponsorship side of things, just to sort of fill that void from last year, trying to organise different shirts and stuff like that. We try and sort of give back each year as well. So we're trying to make it a bit easier next year. We've got some plans about having a trailer with some kit and stuff like that, so we can take it to games and make it easier. But one of the big things that we're looking for this year, we've had problems with getting referees. Now, we always put the notification into the FFE, but if you look at the hierarchy of what the referees need to actually assign refs to, we're very low down that list.
Priority list-wise, yeah.
Yeah, so NPL, State League, regional football, schools, and then it's sort of masters right down the bottom. And we're fine with that, which is one of the good reasons why we're doing it in summer. So we actually have opportunity to get referees. So they've got a bit of a pre-season as well before the season starts. As a referee myself, I can't just say I'm going to go and be a referee of these games without being assigned to it.
Right.
So it gets difficult, but at the same time, the local FFE guy that has just taken over, had a couple of conversations with him. What we're actually going to do this year is we're going to get a number of Masters players together. We're going to pay for the FFE to train those individuals to get them the license and the requirement that they need. They'll still need to do the online portion themselves. But then we'll have qualified referees, but not necessarily referees that then need to go on and referee the winter comp.
Right.
So they'll have the required skills and they'll have all the information provided by the FFE so they can actually referee the Masters. Now, let's say an individual really enjoys refereeing. He can then pay for his own registration and his kit, and he can go on to ref any other game in the winter comp.
And you just might get people like doing that who probably maybe don't want to play, don't want to, all the twists and turns, the collisions and what you're not, but they just want to, a stroll in the park, a bit of a jog and that kind of stuff. So it may well turn into that.
We've put this out on the socials. You might be able to sort of see that. So we're saying that the MSL needs you as referees. We've had really good response to that. We've got a number of guys that when we couldn't get FFE referees last year put their hand up and helped us out. We've got under 35s that want to be part of the Masters so much they're actually putting their hand up to referee just because they're so looking forward to it in a couple of years' time being able to play. So we've got a sort of massive mix. At the same time, one of our previous referees unfortunately passed away, Drew Duncan. So we've got Drew's Days coming up. So we had a Masters sort of, not a Masters sort of 11, but we're going to sort of put some form of side together that we can have a sort of a game on Drew's Day as well. We're a big supporter of that. Because he was one of our referees and he was a lovely fella. So I think the most we can do to give back to the community is just the better for us.
And you speak about community. It seems to me like it is a growing community. It's a growing movement. But there's people who have been involved in football for quite a long time. But then there are also people that are either completely new to the football community or haven't been involved for a long time. And I guess that's the beauty of the Master Summer League, and keep on talking about the over 45s adding a whole new dimension. But do you notice that as 8 years later, you're really starting to develop this movement of people, and it's not necessarily over 35s men. Could be their partners, could be their kids, could be people that want to help out that haven't been involved. Are you noticing that sort of growing movement?
Yeah, it's funny that I go out around the town, doesn't matter what I'm doing, if I'm shopping, and my wife says to me that I know everyone because I bump into people,
Yep.
and it's only through sport. It's only
Yep.
through the Masters. Yes, I've played Open League and I've played different levels, but the actual camaraderie that we have within the Masters, they're always happy to have a chat, always happy to say, best season so far, or I really enjoyed this bit, or at the same time, they'll give you the 10 cents worth of what they didn't enjoy.
Yep.
But at the same time, we've had guys that have been detractors in the point where they've always got 10 cents to add. Now they're on the committee, so they're actually making more of an effort.
There you go.
Because they can see what we're trying to do.
Yep.
And it's never going to be perfect. And you can't please everyone. But if people get involved, they get to vote in the decisions that we make, and then we can actually go forward and make better decisions. So it's got to be a community within the actual committee.
Yep.
But it's for the community that we're looking at as well.
And do you meet regularly on a regular basis, or do you sort of just add as required type of thing?
It's very hard to get everyone together in one room. We do have a couple of meetings per year where everyone gets together. But the chat is constant. We have several chats. We have one for the over 45s. We have one for different portions because we have sort of subcommittees within the committee.
Yep.
But the main committee chat is daily.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I suppose that's the way these things are run these days. They're using the powers of the internet and the almost like connectivity, like WhatsApp groups and what you're not, that you're able to have more frequent conversations than just getting around the table and having a committee per se. I guess let's talk concrete plans for the season ahead. So plan is probably to start the same as last year, sometime in December, just before Christmas. Is that
last year? Unfortunately, the only negative that we had to do was turn away side. So if we have another 16 teams this year, we will have to start early. But at the same time, we know what we got into last year and how we structured it, and I think that will just flow on again. We're not trying to improve to the point where we're going to have a straightforward Division A and a Division B and say you're not good enough. We're still going to try and make it a mixture, then sort of mould it in again. But at the same time, I try not to get involved in fixturing. I try not to get involved in certain things because there's so much that I'm doing already.
Yes. Yep.
And at the same time, I don't want to burn people out because volunteers, we've said this before, no club in this region would be anywhere without its volunteers.
Yeah.
So I don't want to lose volunteers. But we've got guys that are coming on with more of a focus towards the mental health. And we're actually looking to become a charity. So if we become a registered charity, we can actually go and apply for different grants, and then we can get
phenomenal
different bits and pieces out there. So we've always had a level of first aid in mind that we're happy to make sure there's one or two first aiders in each team. So we're actually sort of looking to guys to take care of themselves and their own players. But at the same time, we have 2 physios. Whether that grows next season, it's something that we're looking to improve the experience of the game day. So it's something that I find during the actual season, I'm there from the start setting up and I'm helping pack up and everything in between. I don't sort of go away and come back. It's my every Saturday or Friday night if it's a Friday night game. I see more guys having a sort of sociable beer, being a bit more relaxed after a Friday night. But it's a bit of a struggle for some people to make the earlier games just to physically get there from work.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I also love seeing people come along with their kids. And it's funny that I see kids now and I'm like, oof, you're like twice the size since I last saw you.
Yeah, absolutely. So they grow very
It's funny how I've known these guys for that long.
Yeah.
Literally, I was getting heckled by a young kid on the sideline to the point where his dad started playing in my team. And then I was actually reffing the State League Reserves at the beginning of this season. And here he is playing in the State League Reserves from being a little whippersnapper heckling me on the sideline. But it was funny. He had to laugh at his heckle. It was good. But it's just that sort of the football community is that. It's always evolving. But I want to keep people in it longer. Instead of people disappearing from it, we as a sort of Masters Summer League want people to play they can physically play longer. So you're a long time retired.
Well, the calls to action there are plenty. We want referees. We want to hear from potential referees, and all the information is there on the screen now as we speak. So any referees, potential referees, whether you want to continue refereeing into the winter season or not, or just be involved in the Master Summer League. Volunteers, we need more officials or people to get involved in the operating side of things. And I guess what's that old saying? Many hands make lighter work. So the more people that are involved, I mean, if there's 9 people at the moment, if we can get that to 18, double the size, and there'll be so much more resources available. And obviously, those clubs that were involved in it last year, 16 clubs. That's pretty incredible. 16 teams, I guess. And by the way, all the teams, are they aligned with an existing club, or
no? We've
got
a number of clubs that aren't aligned with anyone, and we've got teams that are obviously aligned with certain clubs because they train and they talk and they say, "Oh, you should come and have a kick race."
Yep.
People who've just moved to the region went and trained with a team, said, "Oh, this is a bit fast paced. Oh, you should come and play Masters." So that's sort of word of mouth. But I think it might grow. It might be 16 teams. Then there might be a standalone Masters League.
Well, don't bring Gianni Infantino into it. It might grow into 64 teams.
Well, I mean, we're not looking to sell it to anyone, so I think
no stakes being sold or any of that sort of stuff.
And I don't care what Prime Minister or President you are. You're not going to vote someone. If you've got a red card, you've got a red card.
Or a blue card.
So,
no, that's great to hear. Blanchie, thank you so much for joining us once again on the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. We look forward to over the next months, and stay tuned to all the social media channels, the platforms there. Master Summer League. It's only going to get bigger, and we're going to actually after this short break, we'll be talking to Robin, who's going to tell us a lot of interesting information about the over 45s. But in a nutshell, what's your message out to the Geelong football community?
Funny thing is, there was 3 of us over a beer talking about what we could do for the football for over 35s. And we put our heads together and we've now created this. We want more people to get involved so we can make this forever. When the 3 of us potentially step aside, someone else will step in to run it, and it'll just keep going. There's so many people enjoy it each year. We just want this to run forever and ever.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing. Keep it going.
Absolutely. On that note, we're gonna take a short break, and as I said, we're going to be speaking with Robin Lou from the Master Summer League, who's responsible, or well, shall we say responsible? He's taking an accountable role in the formation of a new over 45s division, and me personally, I'm very excited about this. Don't go away, folks.
When you or a loved one need professional nursing care at home, experience and compassion matter. Private Nursing Care provides personalised, one-on-one nursing services throughout the Geelong and Surf Coast region, delivered by registered nurse Christina Skorjanic. Services include diabetes management, wound care, medication management, home care package assessments, continence and catheter care, compression stocking application, nursing reviews and personal care, tailored to meet your individual needs. Whether you're recovering from illness, living with a chronic condition, or simply require ongoing nursing support, Private Nursing Care is committed to helping you remain safe, comfortable and independent in your own home. To learn more or arrange a consultation, contact Christina at Private Nursing Care. Private Nursing Care, professional nursing, personalised for you.
And welcome back to the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. And up next, we're going to be talking over 45s in the Master Summer League category, a completely new concept. And to tell us all about that is our very next guest. And with me here today is Robin Law from the Master Summer League. Robin, first of all, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
you give me a chance.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, you've put your hand up to talk about, or to kind of coordinate the over 45s concept. Before we talk a little bit more about that, tell us a bit about yourself and how you've gotten involved in football here in Geelong.
Oh yeah, for me, I moved to Geelong several years ago. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, when I moved to Geelong, I first find the place to play soccer. Yeah, but in that time, I met the Rose. He's a member of foundation, the Master Summer League.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, he organized the Master 7, Master 7.
Yes.
You know, before that we have a Master 7.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I think I might have played in that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, 7 years ago we get together.
Yeah.
And play the Master 7 for with some younger guys. Yeah, I think a lot of teammates from the Master 7 is the captain or organizer in now
in the Master.
In the Master,
League.
I know you are Barbara, Blanche,
Yes.
Ross
as well.
And several captain is come from the Master 7. I from that one.
You got involved.
From that time, I get involved.
Brilliant. Brilliant. The over 45s. We talked with Blanchy a few weeks ago. The concept was being explored, and obviously we spoke to him just before the break. And you've put your hand up to kind of coordinate it, and tell us basically tell us what is the over 45s concept and how has it been received?
Yeah. Actually, the 45
over 45s,
over 45 is maybe it's come from 2 years ago. Yeah, some players in the Master want to another option. Actually, it's not limited for the current Master Summer League players. It's widely come from.
Anyone can kind of
community. Community. They want to another option. If before they want to play the real 35 Master. This is the simple reason. After that, from last at the end of last season, we just send out the interesting who is want to play the 45.
And how has the level of interest been? Has it been so far? Has there been a lot of interest?
Yeah, we made a survey. It's almost 100 feedback.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. It's as talking last time from the Blanche. Yeah, and the next step we maybe send out the commitment.
Yes.
Before
like
that,
an expression of interest for commitment. Like with teams or clubs wanting to submit things, teams,
After that, we can organize the real 45.
And at the moment, you're the kind of like from what I understand is the concept is not playing 11-a-side full ground, but rather 7-a-side, reduced pitch, maybe box to box, to make it more attractive for people who are over the age of 45 to play because. Well, let's face it. We may think we're younger than we really are, but the body says we're not, and you can't kind of play the tempo. You can't kind of play the level of football that younger players can. So, is that right? Is that what I'm hearing? It might be a 7-a-side on a smaller pitch.
Yeah, actually, we have almost finished the final framework about
framework.
Framework about the format. I think is 7-a-side. 25 half
25 and a halves.
One for each, and no slide.
That's good.
No slide tie.
Good.
And unlimited roast rotating, and that is all. And
what about if you slip? I guess the coordination might not be the best. You might slip and it might look like a slide.
but it's a good for the. Protect.
Absolutely. Because, and that's the other thing, we don't recover as well. So it's not just, even if you don't get hit, I think just running around and the old hip flexors and the legs and the back and the joints just don't seem to recover as well. So that's pretty important as well. So I guess, as you said, the next step now is to get that commitment from. And who are you looking to? Are you looking at existing clubs or teams that are in the Master Summer League? Forming their own over 45s, or are you looking at just anyone who's interested in sort of coordinating a team?
Yeah, that is our object. Firstly, we want to keep our master players. Keep in the side. Keeping play. Another is I know some of my old master teammate is not play anymore. They maybe join the first game or several game. But now our master is So next season is 8
Yes,
season.
yes.
So I want to call. Yeah, they want to get back.
Yeah.
And the third is the widely community.
Yeah.
Some people want to play soccer.
Yeah.
Even they used to play footy.
Mm-hmm.
They want to try the soccer.
Yeah.
That is the pathway. Yeah.
And I guess, look, you probably won't really know what nights they're going to be held or how the concept is going to look like until you start to get teams and start to know. I've had a look at the framework, the draft framework. There's options there for a 4-team competition, a 6-team competition, and so on. So you kind of got all your squares covered. It's just now a case of, well, we want to now before December or before November to know exactly, what we're up against, how many teams. Isn't that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first year it is just a try.
Yep.
We want to minimum 4 teams.
Yep.
Yeah, maximum maybe 6 teams.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a start the same day.
Yep.
Together with
the Master Summer
the
League
Master
proper.
Summer League.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just use one place.
Yep.
Yeah, on the Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Master in the after
Can be too hot. Yeah.
too hot, but
Yeah.
the morning time is okay.
That's a really good idea. That's a
Yeah.
really good point.
Yeah.
Well, we're appealing out to the Geelong football community, to people who are involved with the various clubs, and as the winter season now is starting to draw to an end, and people are starting to sort of think about having a break, maybe this is a good opportunity for people who are in that over 45s category, because I guess, Robin, let's face it, health doesn't stop. Exercise should not stop just because the season is finishing. And once upon a time, some clubs used to take a break right up until Australia Day and then start their pre-season. But when we talk about health, we talk about mental health, and we talk about exercise. What do they say? Every day you should be doing minimum 30 minutes of exercise. So this is a great reason for a lot of people that haven't exercised in the past to try and start exercising. And this is probably the perfect concept for that. But it gives people like myself, 5-6 months now to start kind of getting themselves, taking those extended walks, maybe going to the gym and having a bit of a jog, or down along the waterfront, and hopefully the weather starts to warm up. But this is a really good opportunity to start planning ahead, isn't it?
Yeah. It's right. Yeah. Actually, before the game is coming, you can join some casual soccer. Yeah,
Yep.
Geelong, maybe this 5 years, yes, lot of casual group in the Geelong is free. Some is free, some is not free.
Yeah.
But it's a good opportunity to make a regular exercise. It's less injury,
Yeah.
and then you can join the
Something like
master.
this, yeah.
Is better. Yeah.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, Brad Roberts, who we've had on the show in the past, runs park football out at Leisure Time Centre. And as the winter season sort of finishes, there's more room to expand. I know they probably look at having Mondays, Wednesdays, and I think it's Saturdays as well, programs. But what will probably happen is on the Saturday, a lot of those players will then fuse into the Masters over 45s competition, and those programs work side by side. So that's good to see. How can people get involved? Anyone who wants to get involved, whether it's coordinators of teams, whether it's people who want to help come on board the organising committee. Robin, how can people get involved?
Oh, yeah, it's just contact us through the
social media. Yep. So
or just
Master Summer League, the Facebook page, the Instagram page. There's a website as well.
Yeah, or join our 45 WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, we also set up organizer and volunteer group for the 45. Yeah, we should have a 4 and 5.
Yep.
Yeah, sub community for the 45 games. Yeah, it's good if you can organize a team or team manager, or want to be the volunteer. You can join us.
There you go. Well, there you go, folks. There's the challenge out to the Geelong football community. You can direct message us here through the Geelong Region Soccer Show Facebook page, and we'll put you through to the folks out at the Master Summer League. Go to the Master Summer League Facebook page, and you can do it skip the middleman and get in contact with them that way, or start organising a team now, as Robin said, a minimum 4 teams and a maximum of 6. I honestly think that that target of 6 teams will easily be achieved. And remember, it's 7 aside, so you don't need as many players, but you'll still need 14 to 15 players, because maybe even more, because injuries, unavailabilities, and all of that. But Robin, thank you so much for joining us on the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, and we might even get you on before the end of the year, just to have a little bit of an update before we close up 2026 season, just to see how things are travelling with the over 45s category of the Masters Summer League.
All good. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Robin Law from the Masters Summer League and the over 45s competition. Folks, we're going to take a very, very short break. When we return, it will be time to wrap up tonight's episode 199 of the Geelong Region Soccer Show podcast. Don't go away.
And that was Robin Law, and prior to him, Simon Blanche, both from the Masters Summer League. Certainly an exciting summer coming up in terms of over 35s and over 45s football in the Geelong region, organised by the Masters Summer League. Next week, folks, will be our Jubilee 200th episode. It's been 8 years in the making, and at times this year I thought that we weren't even going to get to 200, but we will. Who would you like to see on the show? Pop it in the comments section, which club or which player or which issue you'd like covered next week. We certainly try and do our best to try and vary things up and get as much interesting topics on our show as possible. That's going to happen next Monday night at 8 p.m. Until then, enjoy the week. Hopefully you have a great week and get out, because there's not too many weeks now. 3-4 weeks left of the season. Get out and enjoy winter football at its finest. Bye-bye.